Well, the weather wasn't kind on Friday night when the final of the Dublin Coach Juvenile Derby was run at Shelbourne Park. Very good crowd present though, and a really high-class final to what is traditionally known as the Puppy Derby. Some great dogs in this, great new prospects for the future. The favourite, Man 21 from Trap 1, and his close rival in the betting, number 2, Droopys Noah. They were the big fancies. As we see the runners now going on parade for the final of the Dublin Coach Juvenile Derby, and in Trap 1 is Man 21, owned by Ray Dean and Paul Surridge, trained by Brendan Mansell, a son of Kinlochbrae and Asila Express, unbeaten in the stake. Then in 2 we have Droopys Noah, trained by John Linehan for the Ryan Drake Donovan Syndicate, a son of Ballymaceski and Droopys Hilda. This fella bombs out of traps every night. In 3 then we have the inexperienced dog of the race, Borna Gin, which is trained by Pat Buckley for Javier Harney, a son of Sparta Maestro and Borna Central. He's only had 6 races. In 4 we have Skywalker Rafa, trained by Michael O'Donovan for Ray Patterson, son of Laughil Blake and Coolavanny Royce. This fella started his career in big style. In 5 we have the early paced runner, Portmageewiseguy, trained by Owen McKenna for Aidan O'Sullivan, son of Laughil Blake and Airfield Mistake. This fella flies to the corner, but he's not the strongest on stamina. In 6 then we have the outsider of the field, Block This Caller, trained by David Flanagan for Alex Callaghan, son of Crash and Benghazi Babe. Did very well to qualify last week and gave Droopys Noah a real run for his money. So folks, they're the runners for the Dublin Coach Juvenile Derby. They're now making their way towards traps, so let's pass over for the final to Ian.
And here in 1, Man 21, 2 Droopys Noah, 3 Borna Gin, 4 Skywalker Rafa, 5 Portmageewiseguy, and out in 6 we have Blocked This Caller. The hare coming up behind traps. Away they go, a good start by 4. Skywalker Rafa leads to the opening turn. From in second, 2 Droopys Noah, 1 Man 21 in bother. Then comes 5 Portmageewiseguy in third. But out front it's Skywalker Rafa leads by 2.5 lengths to 2 Droopys Noah. 5 Portmageewiseguy in third. But 4 Skywalker Rafa maintains his lead around the 3rd and 4th bends. And Skywalker Rafa looks like landing a shock success. Skywalker Rafa, 2 Droopys Noah coming at him. But Rafa gets there from 2 Droopys Noah. The winning time 28:40. Skywalker Rafa saving his best for the night that mattered. And the result of the Dublin Coach Juvenile Derby for 2017. A brilliant winner in the form of Skywalker Rafa. He burnt them off with that searing early speed, held the late challenge of Trap 2 Droopys Noah, and back in third was the luckless Man 21. The winning time 28:40.
Well, Michael, you certainly got him out of traps tonight.
Yeah, he done his job tonight. That's kind of what you'd be expecting him to do. We had a bit of a problem with him for the last few nights, but I knew he was right tonight, and that's what he's capable of doing. I'm not.
Yeah, he hadn't been breaking. He wasn't running his real self in his last few rounds.
We had a little problem with him for the last couple of weeks, and we just happened to get him right on the right night.
Now, what's the story with the Dow? What do you reckon he's going to be? He's the Juvenile Derby champion now.
Yeah, I think an awful lot of him. I suppose to come up for cakes now. I'm delighted for Ray Patterson. I recommended him to him. I'm delighted for him.
That makes it all the better.
Yeah. He's a great guy, a great owner, and fair play to him.
It was a fantastic campaign this year. Wonderful racing, wonderful dogs. I think you'd be proud of any of the 6 that were there tonight. And I suppose none of us saw Michael O'Donovan's charge as being the fancied one, but I suppose that's the wonderful thing about a final. Anything can happen.
Yes, he caught us by surprise, really. Well, he had showed the ability all right through his early races, but he said he's had a problem over the last few weeks and has been working on it. He certainly worked on it well.
He certainly found a solution, and fair play. It's great to see, and you have to recognise the others as well. 1 and 2 both unbeaten all the way through. Just made it such an interesting contest. And again, a great performance tonight, and well done to Michael and all the connections.